Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host, which is over here, Mr. Isiah Leong. Isiah, how are you doing tonight, my man?
What's up, Ace? Glad to be back here doing another Kicking It show with you, man. I don't think we have a guest tonight, so it's gonna be like a throwback to our very first show that we did without a guest hopping on. So it's like one of the rare occasions when we don't have a guest. But yeah, man, looking forward to the show. You know, college football season is officially here, which means that September is officially here, which means football season is here, which means fall is on its way, and also the holiday season is close by. So this is truly, when September hits, when college football starts, it's truly the beginning of the best time of the year. So I can't wait, man. Looking forward to a really, really good fall. Looking forward to a really, really good holiday season as well. And also, screw you, Boise State, for ruining my pick 2 quarters into your football game tonight.
Well, at some point, you would think at some point you might learn on to not make these bold predictions. But anyways, since we know this isn't, technically a sports show, we don't really talk about sports. That tonight we kind of have just all types of interesting topics for you tonight. Definitely not sports. So, shall we jump right into it and get to these very fun topics that I have for us tonight? So, the first topic that we have for you tonight is actually a little segment that I like to call, and Isiah, yet we are debuting this tonight. The first one is, we call it Creepy or Not Creepy. That's right. It is here. It is here. People have been asking for it, and we finally hold on, give me a second here. Let me take a drink. Yep. So the segment is finally here. Creepy, not creepy. You ask and you shall receive. So there you go. So for our first segment, when we talk about creepy or not creepy, I looked a few of these up, and a few of these were kind of interesting when you really think about it. Once I was reading it, I'm like, oh man, I was like, this is going to be interesting right here, especially for this creepy or not creepy segment. So let me get to a few of them here. The first one is, let's start here. So this is called the Church of Bones. And it is another thing that might give you a jump scare. And the Czech Republic, okay, this is in the Czech Republic here. There's a church known as the Sedlik Ossery. What's scary about this place is that the interiors of this church are made of human bones. You're on mute there, Isiah. Yeah. It's made of human bones. So I'm gonna ask you, tell me, is this creepy or is this not creepy?
So let me get this straight. The church, right? The church. The inside of the church is made of bones, or is it the outside as well?
No, it's the inside. It's the whole interior. It's made of human bones.
I would say that that's definitely very creepy, because who knows, like with that religion in that church, that religion could have some traditions where they engage in cannibalism. And who knows, like what if I'm in the church and what if like someone's really hungry, someone hasn't had their breakfast or someone hasn't had their lunch, and the next thing I know, I start getting someone biting me in the arm or biting me in the shoulder or something like that. So I would say it is very creepy, just because of the fact that, first of all, it's bones literally everywhere in the church, and it probably smells terrible because human decay is always very rotten. But I would be worried if I was a churchgoer in that church, potentially what could happen, because we don't know, like, first of all, what religion that is, and we don't know if that religion supports cannibalism, and because they put bones all over the church, you know, they must support cannibalism. Then I don't want someone, you know, biting me halfway through the service.
That was an interesting way to go of it. I didn't think you were going to go that way with it. But welcome in, John. So, John, do we have you?
We do, and I like this new edition of this segment called "To Creep or Not to Creep" or whatever it's called. I'm sorry.
Creepy or not creepy? Absolutely. So, as you heard, the first one is you have a church that the interior is made of all human bones. So, Isiah is saying definitely on the creepy side. So, let me ask you, do you find this creepy?
Number one, I want to clarify that is not a church whatsoever, because real churches don't have that. That is something either that is demonic or something. Because that's not a church, first of all. Second, yeah, because a church is supposed to be a place of either worship or communion and talking with people or giving people a hard time once in a while. But that's cool. Yeah, that's creepy. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. First of all. 2, not a church. 3, I don't know who's on that church council, but clearly everybody needs to be fired quicker than the past Texas Longhorns coach was, because that's we've talked about a lot of things, Ace, on here that shocks me. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
So do you're going with creepy status?
Very creepy, like creepy times 5,200,000,000 or whatever.
Okay. No, fair enough. And that's why I did this, because I thought if I went this route, I knew that some people would find this kind of creepy. I know some people do okay with like human bones and everything else, but walking into a place and kind of seeing like the whole interior is like nothing but human bones. At that point, you might start to think, all right, is this some kind of cult? Now, I don't know, but I'm saying you might go in there thinking it's some kind of cult or something. So,
that's a cult for sure.
That's a cult for sure. Yeah, that's like,
I don't want to go in the area and there's bones. That's already creepy and cult-like-ish whatsoever. But
you kind of get that weird feeling when you walk in that you're like, what are we walking into right now?
If you hear the heebie-jeebies music or the music from Jaws, you walk the other way and move to Canada.
Actually, I think at this point, if you walked into a place like that, you would not hear any. I think the one music that you would probably hear is like Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
Oh my gosh! Or like, Thrillers.
I'm telling you, like the Jeepers Creepers theme would pop up automatically if you walked in a place like that. So,
John, you said walk the other way? No. You run the other way. You don't walk the other way.
I don't know why I said
run.
You're right. I'm sorry. Clearly, I'm tired because I literally am so tired because I asked a coworker, what day are we working on Black Friday? And my dumbass like, really, John? Really? You're that tired? So, whoops, run the other way.
It happens. It happens, though. You know, there are times when you think about it, you can ask yourself questions like that, and you might think it's a dumb question, but in reality, is it really a dumb question? Because the only reason I'm saying that is because you're saying Black Friday, right? But not every place. Like when you truly think about it, there are some places who begin Black Friday on Thursdays.
Which is why, after I live in Houston and do security in Houston, I'm not shopping in person for Black Friday. I'm doing Amazon is my best friend during Black Friday.
Yeah, which I completely agree with you. I just know that, you know, out here, you know, several times, it's came doing people like, oh, we're doing some Black Friday shopping, and so I'm like, okay, so you're going shopping on Friday, and they're like, no, we're not going on Friday. We're going on. I'm like, how are you going Black Friday shopping on Thursday? It doesn't make any sense. And I start reading the flyers and then these businesses go, oh, okay, well, we're not only doing Black Friday on Friday, we're doing it on Thursday. I'm like, well, then it's not Black Friday now, is it?
Yep.
Welcome in, mess around. Mess around. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got back from that terrible school supply shopping, the school clothes shopping nonsense.
Well,
Ooh.
just in case you heard it, we're doing a little segment right now that we're calling "Creepy or Not Creepy." And the first one I read, all three of us feel like it is kind of creepy. So the first one is like, this is called a Church of Bones. So you like walk in the church, and the whole interior is covered nothing but with human bones.
Say that again.
So the church that we're talking to is called the Church of Bones. Okay, and the segment is called Creepy or Not Creepy. So you walk in this church. It's called the Church of Bones. And you walk in there, and the whole interior in the church is covered with nothing but human bones. That's what it's made of. Is that creepy or not creepy?
I think he disappeared just like Chicago in the playoffs last year.
Yep, I think he's gone. I think he disappeared. That's all right. We'll come back to him. Welcome in, Ish. Hey, Christy. We hope you're having a good night. Yeah, even Christy's saying the place sounds creepy. Ish is saying happy Saturday night, fellas. Happy Saturday night, Ish. We're hoping. Yeah, and Ish is saying I'm just here for all of Isaiah's random faces. Exactly, because you never ever know. All right. So the next one is this going to be creepy or not creepy here? It says that you could be trapped in a coma-like state and actually be aware of it. It's called a locked-in syndrome. Might just be the most terrifying medical condition. It's when you're stuck between being asleep and awake. You know you're awake and can hear and see things around you. However, you can't talk and you can only move your eyes, so you're unable to respond to anything. Isaiah, what do you think? Creepy or not creepy?
Not creepy. It sounds cool, actually. It sounds like I got this sneaky power that, I know I won't be able to do anything, but you know what? You're gonna be in the hospital anyways. You're gonna be just laying there like that, and the doctors will just be force feeding you using a tube, and you can have like your inside thoughts, and nobody will ever find out about it, because you're not. You're not awake, you can't talk, or you are awake mentally, but you aren't awake physically, so you can't talk. It does sound really cool. Like if there was, a couple doctors that were in the room just gossiping about someone else, it's like, okay, you get all these secrets, and then when you wake up, the day you wake up, you can go and spout those everywhere. So I honestly think that that's one really cool feature, or one really cool condition to have. Obviously, I do not want to be in a coma, though. That's what I'm gonna say. I want to make that loud and clear. I'm not saying that I want to be in a coma.
Yeah, but I don't think you understood then what I was saying, because I was saying you're in a coma, but you're in a coma to where you can only move your eyes, like you don't even know what's going on.
So you're not like, your eyes aren't closed and you're not like sleeping, right? You're up like that, or
you are between awake and you're between asleep. So
okay.
You're not really sleeping, but you're not awake. The only thing that's moving on your entire body is your eyelids. You can't talk. You have no idea, and you can't respond to anything.
But I can hear though, right? Like I can hear, and
you can hear what's going on, but you can't say anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes I just like to have my, private time to do my thinking and stuff like that.
Hold on here. Whoa. Okay, hold on.
We know you pick your nose in your spare time, but come on,
we don't
want to. We don't
Yeah.
Apparently, Isaiah just admitted he picks his nose in his spare free time.
I don't pick my nose. I have my private time to do my thinking.
What he said what Isiah just said was he said he needs his private time to reflect. And I was like, whatever your private time is, what you do on your personal time, we don't need to know. Okay?
No, we don't need to
We
know.
don't know. We don't want to know what goes on
Not need to know.
with what you call Isiah time.
Not,
We don't
even your brain does. Not even your brain does. Your brain shuts down.
So, all right, mess around. Is this creepy or not creepy?
I got cut off because
Okay, so this is the question. Say, is this creepy? Oh, he gone. All right. John, is this creepy or not creepy?
First of all, I want to ask a couple of things. Does that mean for however long I'm in a coma, all my farts are stored up in my backside? So therefore, when I can move again, it's gonna be this like 30-minute fart. And then second,
third time's a charm.
Cool.
Second, that's so creepy because number one, I'm awake but I'm not, so I can't do anything. I can't blink. So imagine that's a disaster. I literally have a pile of poo that I can't force out. I have a bag of farts in the back of my backside. I can't say or do anything. They literally had a Family Guy episode, I think about it, where the guy was like awake or not, but like a short little skit, and then like he had this great idea for a movie, and then he forgot it 2 seconds later. So that sounds terrible. Because what if I had the greatest movie idea or something, and then by the time I wake up, oh, breaking news, Disney just has this new movie. Fuck. So you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's not a superpower. I prefer to be awake. I don't want that because imagine, I would feel so bad for all the nurses and doctors that literally have to redo the whole room. The roof is going to explode. The bed is going to have a giant hole right there because you know how powerful farts are. I mean, it's literally like an earthquake. So that's very creepy, and that honestly would scare me to death.
All right, so Jason's saying, Isiah, are you sure you're not in a coma sometimes when you make a sports take?
Yeah.
So
I'm almost sure he is sometimes.
that could be. All right.
I don't know.
So, Mestron, are you with us now?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Cool.
So the question is, tell me, is this creepy or not creepy? And what it is it's saying you could be trapped in a coma-like state and aware of it, which means it's called locked-in syndrome. Might just be the most terrifying medical condition. It's when you're stuck between being asleep and awake. You know you're awake and can hear and see things around you. However, you can't talk and can only move your eyes, so you're unable to respond to anything.
That is creepy. You know, I read a story like that. Some guy was in a coma for like 13 years. He could, he was like that. He could hear everything around him, but he couldn't do anything else.
Wow.
Right?
So, yeah, I would want that. Though.
My only question is, how would that work though? And I know I make jokes about farts and all that, but like with stuff that's stored in your body, how can you not die from that? Because everything's stored right there.
I'm
sure
they get it out.
With as much as I sleep, I might as well be in a coma.
Right? All right. So, Christy, how about you?
I think it's super creepy, and I think I said in the comments, this sounds like something that's like right out of a medical horror movie. It definitely sounds that way to me. Isiah,
It's definitely there. So when I saw this, I pulled it up and I was like, wow, this could be interesting because if you're like halfway between asleep and awake, that's crazy. And because you have like what's going on, but you can't say anything.
Yeah, and you can't do anything either. So that's really
you can't do nothing. You're kind of
like
stuck.
imagine if you hear a part of your body that is in pain, something's happening, and doctors don't know. Then you're kind of you're basically canceled at that point.
Pretty much,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So then we go to our last creepy, not creepy one. And the last one is, so never say you're being eaten alive by mosquitoes again. And here's why. That was an actual method of extinction. So there was, back in the ancient form of torture, an extinction where you'd cover someone with honey, stick them in a hollowed log, and let nature run its course.
Ugh.
They
Oh
would
my
basically-
god, that hurts my nuts.
So they
Thinking
would
about it.
basically come in
Oh my
and
god.
let these mosquitoes just kind of eat you alive.
No,
Is it mosquitoes or is it bees?
No, it's mosquitoes.
Okay.
Oh god, no.
All right, I was
I'm-
just wondering. I was like,
Hey,
wait a
put that
minute.
Taco Bell down, my friend. We don't want you to spew on air.
No, don't. We don't need you
Oh.
throwing up.
all I need to know is chip because there's no. Talking about being infertile after that point. I mean, oh my god. No, thank you.
That to me, I'm like,
That's
I
majorly
saw that.
creepy.
I'm like, can you imagine, like, in your obituary, if somebody writes that about you, like in your obituary, it says you were killed because somebody put a bunch of honey on you and stuck you in a hollow log, and mosquitoes just came and ate you alive.
Yuck.
First of all,
that's
if people
that's
were-
majorly creepy.
no. It's definitely a hard way to die for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that was back in the day though. So
Okay.
yeah,
That just
let
sounds like
me
they came
tell
out of that one show. What was it called? 1001 Ways to Die.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Well, let me ask you, Isaiah, creepy or not creepy?
Hmm.
Very creepy. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't just be worried about the mosquitoes. The one thing I would be worried about in that hollow log, what if there's a beehive? If there's a
There
beehive,
you go.
oh boy,
Nothing else to worry about.
Right?
all bets are off at that point. So
Mhm.
I think for me, the bees, like, yeah, the mosquitoes, like, and the ants, obviously that would be awful.
Oh,
But
I forgot about the ants.
Imagine like 10,000 bees just coming straight at you. It's like, you might as well just surrender and say your last words at that point.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
very
It's like, take me now.
it would suck because you're getting attacked by mosquitoes, bees, ants. I mean, like any kind of insect that comes alive, all they're doing is just eating you alive. Like that would hurt.
No,
All right,
good.
John, it sounds like you kind of had that same feeling. Like this is definitely creepy.
Mhm.
A couple of things that I will not disclose live on air because this is a network that's not Barstool Sports where anything goes. That sounds incredibly. If you're a dude, I'll say for dudes out there, and you see these trick shots and all this and the stuff that Adam's talking about, you automatically be like, oh my, you know what? And it's no. If you already know you're gonna die, who cares if it's bees or them poking up the stinging you pretty much everywhere to the point where you got a no, never mind. But that's creepy, disgusting. And now I know my fear of bees and hives is completely rational now. So thank you for that,
There you
Ace. I
go.
appreciate it.
No problem.
I
All
don't want to get bit in the you know what.
Right.
Mess around. Is that creepy or not creepy?
About getting eaten alive by every insect?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they put a bunch of honey on you, they stick you in a hollow log, and they let nature just take its course.
They let you basically left to die.
They couldn't get me in there. They'd have to fight me to get me in there because spiders and cockroaches and everything else. Those are my two things.
Oh.
Cockroaches and spiders, I will not do it.
Yeah.
But this was back in this is how they did some form of execution back then in the ancient days, you know.
Why
See?
did they just stab somebody? Just get it over with.
That's why they called it torture.
Yeah.
I would just honestly pray that a bear would enter that log just to make it.
Just put you out of your misery, pretty much.
No, Isaiah.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on, John.
Because
John-
the bear is quick.
If I knew I was going out like that,
Now, I don't agree with Isaiah on a lot of things, but this one, and maybe Mess Around agrees too, this would be the way to go. Like,
Yeah.
instead of getting
quicker,
sent there stung time and time again, bitten, everything else,
Yeah.
I would just be laying there,
Hours?
like, please, just have a bear come along. Like,
Bear
please.
come along, just eat me, put me out of my
I
misery.
was just going to say, if I knew I was going to die like that, I'd kill myself the night before so they couldn't put me in there.
Exactly. Just we would kill and just watch a couple of Hallmark movies and that would bore me to death, and then I'm passed out and I passed away. Good to go.
Or just like put a bunch of Isaiah's takes together on sports takes, and
Oh my God, no!
Oh
Jack-
my
That is what
gosh.
that's what a Texas
Oh
law
god,
calls.
that would be.
The
Oh
Texas
my
law
God.
calls that cruel and unusual punishment. So, no,
Yes.
thank you.
so
Yes.
Chris, is this creepy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's super creepy. I don't like bugs or anything like that. I agree. Just have a bear come in and just put me out of my damn misery, pretty much. I don't think I could deal with it longer than I have to.
Right.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that was our first segment of Creepy or Not Creepy. That was our very first segment. I really
Wow.
enjoyed that segment. It's a fun one.
Cool.
That's definitely a fun one. So the next one is kind of just about like random facts. So the first one is, does anybody know, all those folds that are on a chef's hat? So they're
Right.
saying there's 100 folds on a chef's hat. Does anybody actually know what the 100 folds are for?
No,
Putting the ingredients up there. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know either.
No, Isaiah, any guesses what the 100 folds might mean on a chef's hat?
100 folds.
Come on, give us the wrong answer again. We love it.
Is
And
that?
no, it's not for baked potatoes and Fruit Loops. Okay.
No, I know that. Is that how much like needs you need to knead a whatever that,
Some
that
dough.
bread has all that like that kneading or whatever
Kneading
it is
dough?
called?
No. No.
Yeah,
I
like
guess
kneading a
for-
loaf.
Is it
Mess
for?
around. Any ideas on what you think it might mean? Maybe not. When I saw this, I was actually surprised myself. But it said the 100 folds in a chef's hat. It actually represents 100 ways to cook an egg.
Really?
There's 100 ways to cook an egg.
I only
Apparently.
know of two. I only know of
Apparently.
3 ways to cook eggs.
Apparently,
Wow.
this says, it says that yes, that tall plated white hat that chefs wear, technically called toque or whatever, has 100 folds for a reason. The plates used is significantly a chef's level of experience, like the number of ways he or she knew how to prepare eggs.
Ooh.
So I didn't even know that was possible. Like I didn't even know
either.
there was that many different ways.
Does that mean
That's-
Isaiah is a cooking show? So 100 different
Oh.
ways to cook eggs with Isaiah Leon.
Oh god. And how much do you want to bet the majority of the eggs he cooks end up burnt?
Well, one time I tried to so you guys know how like
Mm-hmm.
in the Chinese culture we do like tea boiled eggs where you have you boil the
Tea-boiled
egg.
eggs?
What?
Tea-boiled eggs?
Yeah. You boil the egg
What?
in tea. It's actually really good. So and we also do it with soy sauce or whatever it is, and it's really, really good. So one time I was thinking about like, okay, so you boil eggs in tea and it turns out really good. And you boil eggs in soy sauce and it turns out really good as well. So I was like, I'm a big coffee fanatic, So I was like, why not do coffee boiled eggs?
Oh
so
my
what I
God.
did
Oh wow.
I literally dropped 3 eggs in you guys know that coffee like if you have a coffee machine, right? You have the coffee pot and it's always constantly boiling. So I
Right.
dropped 3 eggs in there.
Ooh.
With the shell on it. And I tried it and it was very unique and I would say it was very good because it was like coffee plus boiled eggs at the same time. It was like breakfast mixed into one. If you could have your coffee and your scrambled eggs and your croissant or whatever, it would be like that put into one. So I tried that. It was actually very, very delicious.
The part that you're
unique.
talking about on a coffee pot that the coffee goes into, I know you're thinking about the actual coffee pot, but it's actually called a carafe.
Yeah.
Yes.
A carafe.
Yeah, it's called a
Carafe,
carafe.
yeah.
So it's interesting. So Isaiah, how many different ways do you know how to cook an egg?
So I know how to fry an egg. I'm not really that good at it. I tried to be like our guy Joe Coons and tried to grab the spatula and flip that thing in the air, and it turned out miserably for me. and I tried to be like a chef by doing that. It was bad. But I know how to scramble an egg. I know how to fry an egg. I know how to boil an egg. One time I even decided, like, you know what? I got some time on my hand. Why not try to bake an egg? So what I did was, on an like, yeah. So you know that like metal pan that you put your cookie dough and whatever that you're gonna put in the oven on.
Cookie sheet?
Yeah, it's called a baking sheet. Yeah.
I cracked an egg on there and tried to bake it, and it turned out really bad because what I should have done was I should have used one of those, I don't know what you call those, where you like, it's like that container thing, but it's fit for the oven, and you just put it in there so it doesn't get stuck to the cookie sheet. I don't know what you call
I wouldn't know.
things, but I tried to bake an egg. Let's see what else I tried to do.
Have you tried to
I think that's pretty much it. I tried to boil an egg in coffee. That was pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, I got about like 5 to 6 ways.
All right. Anybody else's thoughts on this 100 ways?
I got a thought on it.
Yeah.
Do not feed Adam eggs, whatever you do. Do not do it.
Oh, thanks. Right.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Well, first of all, I didn't know there were 100 ways to make eggs because I can only make eggs 3 ways: scrambled eggs, eggs over easy, and I make this egg dish called a frittata, and I use like ham and cheese, and then I just stick it. If I want to cook the top off, I stick it in the broiler for about 5 to 6 minutes, and it actually turns out really delicious. So
yeah, but you also have poached.
Yeah.
Yep. Poached eggs. I've heard of. I don't do poached eggs, but I know poached eggs, fried eggs, hard-boiled eggs, deviled eggs. Sometimes I know eggs have been used in many different dishes. I watch way too many cooking shows, by the way.
Yeah,
there's mess around's vehicle.
Yeah, there's so many different ways apparently that you can cook eggs that I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was
Cool,
kind of cool when I saw that. All right, so going on to the next interesting facts. This one I actually didn't know either. There are over 10 holidays that celebrate chocolate. So
what are they?
Well, let's see. The National Confectioners Association recognizes everything from National Milk Chocolate Day to National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day.
Wow.
National Chocolate Day alone happens 3 times: July 7th, October 8th, and December 28th. They support all these days, I guess.
Nice.
And I saw Isaiah get like excited. He's like, cool. So this is actually one of those random facts also that's there. All these days that they have to celebrate chocolate.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge fan of chocolate. In fact, almost every day I wake up with a giant chocolate muffin and a cup of coffee. So I love chocolate. And the fact that they are honoring one of the greatest desserts / foods of all time, it's truly amazing with all these holidays, like the milk chocolate. They have the bittersweet chocolate.
I think they also have one called National Chocolate Lovers Day, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Also
Yeah.
Chocolate ice cream day too, if I'm not mistaken. But there's like a lot of weird holidays around. Like every day you see oh, really? This is a holiday as well. Like one time I saw it was like meat lovers pie day or whatever it was. Really? That is the holiday? But I love it. Chocolate, you can't go wrong with chocolate, whether it's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, any type of chocolate, Swiss chocolate. You just can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, chocolate's just so good. And I honestly, I'm trying to see these chocolate holidays right now. But if they don't have a chocolate donut day, we riot, because that is the one thing you absolutely have to have.
Amen.
Donuts. Well,
Donuts.
I will say the one thing that you mentioned about chocolate, though, and this was interesting too, because this was another fact that I looked up like right after this too, that they're saying chocolate is actually kind of a fruit.
It is?
Yeah, and they're
Whoa.
saying in more great chocolate news, the
So
cocoa,
Isaiah.
huh?
I said, so's Isaiah, but who's counting?
Right. So, and more the cocoa powder that goes into our fave best dark chocolate bars come from the beans or fruit of the cocoa tree.
Ooh.
So
That's cool.
I guess when they mention like, so I guess if you go to your doctor's like, hey, you need more fruit. You're like, I got
Chocolate.
all right, I'll get some
Yeah.
chocolate then.
Some
That
chocolate.
works. That does work for you unless you're diabetic.
Yeah.
Well, but according to
Unfortunately.
this, it's kind of a fruit. So, Isaiah, does this make your day happy?
Extremely happy. You know, I love chocolate. And now I can finally say, I can tell the people out there that chocolate is actually a healthy ingredient. Like when I'm eating, you know, like a vanilla ice cream sundae or fudge sundae.
Hot
I can
fudge
just,
sundae?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm eating, you know, dairy. I'm getting dairy products in my system.
Ooh, John's
I'm getting fruit in my system. No, I might even think about, you know, you guys know I like to make my meals with all 5 food categories, right? With your
Right.
meat, your veggies,
Your hot dog, your Fruit Loops.
fruits, your dairy. Thinking about doing
And then your baked
chocolate
potato.
macaroni and cheese with bacon. How about that? Chocolate covered mac and cheese with bacon. That's
Ugh.
all the food categories in one. There you go.
You would be that guy that would do that too.
Yes, yes. Dave, join me.
No.
I'd do it. I'd try it.
You would try it,
I would try it. Why not? You only live
Nope.
once.
Not me.
right? So, John, we're right before you hopped on. We were talking about how there was for
Chocolate.
people who like chocolate. You know, there was good news on the chocolate side that they're saying that chocolate's kind of a fruit because some of the chocolate you eat actually comes off of the fruit tree that they call the cocoa tree.
Wait, if that's the case, then clearly either my doctor is a fraud
Right.
or because something's not adding up here. Because
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to gain weight from eating fruit. But that means our teachers lied to us as a kid. They say,
Oh.
eat an apple a day, keep the doctor away. So I'm eating my fruit, but apparently,
Right.
nope.
But
Oh,
that's why I told him it could be good news, you know, because you go to your doctor's like, hey, you have to eat more fruit, and you're like, yeah, all right,
Chocolate.
You're eating the wrong fruit.
Right.
I can do
It
that.
has a comment here. September 12th is chocolate milkshake day. So get your chocolate milkshakes, folks.
Yep.
Not a
September
curing
12th,
come.
chocolate milkshake days, which
Wait,
You know-
so if that's the case, then why doesn't Weight Watchers and all these dieting places have
Since-
chocolate? Because technically it's a fruit now.
So since
guess so.
we were talking about holidays, since it was there, I wanted to talk about some of these interesting, weird, obscure holidays that we have out there that people are not really aware of. There's some interesting ones out there. Like January 3rd. So of this year, Monday, January 3rd was actually National Thank God It's Monday Day.
Oh, dear God.
Said no one ever. That's all I'm
No
saying.
one ever. Exactly.
Said no one ever.
That's BS.
Right? Then January 31st, there was National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day.
That's stupid. No.
You're like, really?
No.
So if that's the case, does that mean National Fart and Scratch My Back Day too? Because if I just do it,
Who knows? They might have a National Fart Day.
Oh my God.
Dude, if that's the case, then I should be taken off at least 4 times a week from work.
They have a lot of weird holidays. Every day it's like
Yeah.
something different. I
Like
wonder what
something comes up all the time.
Yeah.
April 4th. So April 4th is Tell a Lie Day. It's National Tell a Lie Day.
Oh God.
I
Wait.
don't make hot takes.
Wait, so
Why?
if
We're
that's
not
the
on.
case,
We're not on April 4th yet. I
No.
wait, so does that mean that that's tax season? So that means technically I could lie, but sorry, it's a holiday. Don't have my
So-
taxes ready.
Oh,
So
jeez.
in 3 days, I wanted to see if there was anything for today. There's not, but there's actually one that's coming up on August 6th. And so on August 6th, it's National Wiggle Your Toes Day.
What the? Are you sure?
Where are you going with this stuff? This is
Are
crazy.
you sure this isn't from Dan Snyder from Nickelodeon that made up that holiday? Sorry,
I'm
folks, that's a
serious.
dirt. That's a bad
It's all
joke.
right.
If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's a little weird because this
Uh-huh.
this is bathtub and shower party day.
Oh,
They have
I
a
was like,
it's
they have a
crazy.
course at work that covers this type of stuff that we have to refrain from. So no.
right? Yeah. It's weird ones. I've told you there was some weird ones that I looked into that I found out. I'm like, dude, these are a little weird. Like,
Yeah,
some
I
weird-
found one. It's National Skyscraper Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
skyscraper day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We
Wait,
should
does
have
that mean?
Celebrate
What
the
about?
skyscrapers in, let's say, Chicago,
What
for
about-
example.
Ooh,
They
what
should
about
have a national sleeping day.
What about?
I wouldn't be surprised
national-
if there already was a National Sleeping Day.
Oh, trust me, mess around
Me
with
and
probably
every day.
He would.
so
National,
Ish.
what about national and daily? Isaiah loses again with this crazy hot take.
it should be. And then Ish is also saying today is National Skyscraper Day.
Oh God.
Yeah. Who wants a holiday celebrating massively tall
Right.
buildings in
Well-
big cities?
Did you have national day?
Well, Isaiah, I know I told you that we would in the past. I told you that we would tell you some camping stories when we got back. We definitely have some. We definitely have some camping stories for you guys and our viewers tonight. We definitely hope you really, really enjoy a few of these things. And I know Mess Around's like, because
Do I have to relive this?
well,
Yes.
Well,
first-
some of it I don't remember. It's told through a second hand.
yeah, so there was like a few of them that honestly we can't tell you exactly like if we're just kind of told this happened. Well, the one I do remember, but the other one is kind of still fuzzy and blurry. I don't remember the other one, but this one I completely remember. So Saturday night, we're out there, we're having a great time. We're just drinking a lot on Saturday night.
Right.
We got super drunk on Saturday night. We lay down, we go to bed. So all of a sudden I'm laying there and I think it's like 3 in the morning. I finally drift off. I'm finally getting Did you say something, Mess Around?
Yeah, I was just saying, oh God, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. So it's like 3 in the morning. I'm like, gosh, I can't sleep. So I'm trying to drift off to sleep. I can't do it. All of a sudden, a few tents down from me, I start hearing F this, F that, blah blah blah, and I'm looking at the wife and I'm like, what is going on? I was like, we're in a campsite here. I was like there's so many people who are already in this camping in the area right here. I was like, I'm sure he's waking up the campground. And so I was like, what's going on? So all I hear is Dave going, F this, F that, son of a beep, beep. And I was like looking at the wife and I'm like, what in the hell's going on?
Before this happened, I went out to go pee, and I was out there going, effing Adam, God damn it, and I started laughing. I'm like, I love that guy, and then I'd start cussing again. And then I went back to the tent. Okay, now you can finish.
Yeah, so he goes back to his tent. So finally, after I hear him continue to cuss and cuss and cuss, I'm like, should I go out there yet? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait a few minutes. So finally, as I'm laying there, I finally start to hear, help, help, help. So I was looking at the wife and I was
Oh
like,
my God.
okay, it's time to go out there, find out, what's going on with Dave. At this
Yeah.
point, we hadn't even slept yet, so I was pretty still kind of drunk at this point. Dave was still out of it at this point. So I
Right.
go out there. I don't even know how it happened, but so his tent at this point was zipped up still, but his whole entire tent fell down. So the whole entire tent is laying on top of him as he's laying in his tent, and he's trying to get out. He's trying to unzip the door, but he can't do it. So I'm like walking out there, and I'm trying to find the zipper on the door to try and unzip it.
Yeah.
And and
Struggling.
this thing
Oh
goes,
my God.
help! And I was like, so finally, I get the tent open. I finally get the thing unzipped. I pull him out, and we start busting up laughing. Finally, he finds it funny, so he starts busting up laughing, and he's like, forget this. I'm going to sleep in my truck. So
Yeah, I was like, this thing, I'm effing done with this. It fell down on me. I don't know how it happened. Next thing you know, I just hit my face. I can't breathe. I can't find the zipper because I'm drunk and I don't know where it's at. And I'm starting to get scared a little bit. So I'm just like, help.
so finally he gets by his truck, and I was like hop inside. So he gets inside and he's like, of course my freaking windows are down, and he's like, I don't know where my keys are, and I was like, I have no idea either. So he had to sleep in his truck with all of his windows open with just this tiny little blanket. I was like,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Oh,
The crazy
dude.
things that happen when you go camping.
Oh yeah, it was quite a doozy of a night. I'll tell you that. It was
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a doozy, but that was definitely our best camping story.
Oh my God.
Ooh, hey, at
Mess
least
around with
you
one of
know,
those days where everything just goes wrong.
Yeah.
you know that topped my camping story, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I really
no,
do. I mean that.
yeah. After that, it's kind of one of those moments that when it happens,
Yeah.
when you're like, as he's stuck inside the tent, you're trying so hard not to laugh, but you
Mhm.
know it's funny, so you're
Yeah.
standing out there and you're trying not to laugh,
Yeah.
and then
Here's
it's
what
going
you
on,
do.
huh?
You have IME record Dave trying to get out while you're trying to help him. So therefore, you still. I
You
mean,
just have the video footage like right there.
Oh,
put up World Star.
the memory's definitely still there. Like when we got up in the morning, like my brother and everybody comes walking out, and they're like, "Why is Dave's tent on the ground?" And we're like, "I have no idea."
They collapsed on him.
I got in a fight with the tent won.
He fought
I don't
the
even
tent and the tent won.
I don't even know how it happened.
Oh my God.
All I know is next thing you know, I got this tent around like on top of me, and I can't breathe. I can't find the freaking zipper, and I'm trapped. And I'm starting to panic, and I'm getting scared. I'm like, Adam, help! Somebody help!
Honestly, Dave, that was one of my worst fears when I went camping, was for that to happen. Because if I went camping by myself, honestly, I would have just, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good
The
thing that I
good part
can
about it
share.
was the tent was already down the next day, so I didn't have to break it down. So, there's that.
Yeah, it was just a good thing that I heard. You would have been stuck in the tent.
I know. Well, at one point, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed. F this. I'm done. I'm going to bed. The tent's down. But then it was all on my face, and I couldn't get it to move. And then, it became a whole big thing. And, it just
Well,
snowballed.
Oh God.
on that same night, that same
Did you tell him about
campground.
this part where I punched you in the junk?
Yeah, so like as we're camping there, it's late at night. We're pretty drunk at this point, and he's like, oh, I have to pee. Well, if you walk a little ways, there's kind of a little hill, and so
Mhm.
you're like, hey man, you kind of got to be careful. So I was like, all right, let's try. And apparently, like, this is a story that we were told the next day from the sober people.
Sober
that
people.
yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it
So-
didn't make sense because Adam was drunk and I was drunk. It's like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, so it made no sense, but people were just letting us go anyways. It made zero sense. So apparently I was trying to help him, and we're like walking away. We come to like this little bit of a step. You have to step up on the whole concrete like way or whatever.
Right.
So we go to step up. Apparently Dave had lost his balance, so as he loses his balance, he pulls me down. Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
I land on top of Dave as we're laying there, like as we're laying there.
God.
He's like, "I have your arm," and he like grabs my arm, tries to like lock me in a submission or whatever.
In a headlock?
I'm like, tomorrow, tap out.
Oh my
I'm like breaking. I'm trying to break free, so I grab Dave. I like put him in a headlock. We're
No!
sitting there, we're kind of rolling around. Then the next thing I know, everyone's like, and then all of a sudden, as you guys were like rolling around on the concrete, all of a sudden you start rolling down the hill, saying he punched me in the
Yeah.
junk. So somewhere along the lines, we were wrestling. He punched me in the junk, and then I had to let go.
God. This is Ace versus mess around.
Yeah,
I don't know why I punched him in the dick or what made me do it, but I did.
Wait, so is this the WWE match we didn't know we needed?
Yes.
well,
Sounds
apparently,
like Ace
in
versus
the only-
mess around in WWE.
yeah, it was. And the only reason that I asked anything about it was because when I got up the next day, my the top part of my back was sore, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I looked back, and I'm like, "Why do I have scratches and a bruise like at the top part of my back?" And they're like, "You have no idea what happened?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And then they kind of broke everything down and told me. And then Dave had a bruise on his back that he had gotten from rolling around on the
Yeah, I didn't know it was there. Yeah.
on the ground out there.
And you didn't know until you felt it. You're like, ow.
So the funniest part of this whole weekend we're camping, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big drinker. I haven't drinking since New Year's, but Adam and Jason, these guys drink like this every year. So the whole time they're trying to get me drunk, right? The first night they're both loud, and I was buzzed and I went to bed. Second night they're like, "You're getting drunk tonight, bro. It's gonna happen." I'm like, no, it's not. So they bring this 50 Jaeger over to me. And they're like, "You need to finish this because I didn't buy it for nothing. I'm not wasting it." I'm like, "Damn it. Give it to me." So I grabbed it and I drank half in one drink.
Oh my God.
And then a couple minutes later, they give it back to me, and I finished it off in 2 drinks. And they're like, "You all right, bro?" I'm like, "I'm not going to be in 10 minutes."
Oh.
Sure enough, I couldn't walk after that.
Oh God.
So
And then I'm talking to
go
J-Mac.
camping
I was
with
sitting there
you.
I was talking to J-Mac, and I'm like, "Oh, God, hey, move. I'm going to puke." And thank God I knew I was because I would puke right in his face.
Yeah, it was.
So
Oh,
remind me to not go camping with y'all because I don't want to be barfed on or
No.
punched in the.
Nah,
punched into you know where? I know.
you won't. It's just we
The
had.
worst thing will happen is you'll get punched in the dick. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, we had a lot.
Pretty bad.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, we had a lot to drink on that night, so it was pretty rough. Yeah, it was just rough.
Let me join you next year. Let me join you next year.
No,
with triple
Do it.
Isaiah,
fun.
no,
Do
no,
it.
you wouldn't
Do
survive.
it. Do it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
No.
Wait, but don't you need? No, never mind. Wait, that may be past your
I'm
bedtime.
just scared that if I were to drink with you guys, like, I don't know,
Well,
I'll
you-
wake up the
Hurt
next
to come
Would
morning.
you
Yeah.
like to find scratches and a
Like-
bruise on your back?
No, it would be worse than that. I'm like, I wouldn't have anything on besides my undies. That's what.
What?
Wait, this is the guy
Hold
that
on,
gets
bro.
drunk off of
Okay, hold on, Isaiah.
Hold
have
on.
you
This is the
ever
guy that
gone
gets drunk off of one beer, right?
Two.
That
Bill?
went to a very dark place really fast.
Did.
Like,
Did.
I'm not sure how we went from like wrestling around and a tent falling to Isaiah
falling on Dave?
to Isaiah being like, "I'll go with you and I'll end up in my undies." And it's like, hold on, whoa.
First he has-
Bruises all over my
First he's
face.
talking about his
God.
private day, now he's talking about undies. Jesus.
I get drunk off 2 beers. I get drunk off 2 beers.
You do,
I'll
mind
do
you.
beer.
Weird. All of a
This
sudden.
is not as bad as what happened after StreamYard calls.
Isaiah upped it and he said he gets drunk off 2 beers. So I guess that's
2 or 3 now. 2 or 3.
I get drunk off
That
the
was a natural herb beer, right, or whatever you call it.
four.
It was like Bud Light.
I got drunk off
Dude,
Bud Lights
that's
before, so
literally.
believe me.
First of all, dude, that's the Kirk Cousins of beer. Why? Why is it? Why?
I don't know.
Kirk
In
Cousins
my
of
case, it was because who I was partying with had decided that was the brand name of beer they wanted to buy.
I mean, if
Foster's.
they're buying, then I'm not going to say anything.
Foster's.
But
Australia for beer.
I haven't tried that.
Foster's.
Foster's
Yeah.
Australian for beer.
And then
That is nasty. I've tried it once. Never again.
Oh,
I don't drink often, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis.
That's some good stuff.
I had a
If there's-
margarita at
you a
Easy,
soccer
bro.
mom? You are
I had
such
a
a
margarita
loser.
at Texas Roadhouse like 2 weeks ago, and I drank half of it, and my head was just spinning, and I just kept sitting at the restaurant
Isaiah.
on the table, and I was like,
A Shirley Temple does not count as a margarita.
Right.
I was like shaking my head like that, and I got to a point where if my dad did not hold my hand walking out of the restaurant, I would have fell. I would have fell.
No. Stop this right here, Ace. You
How?
are 24 years old and your dad holds your hand outside the restaurant.
Yeah, because I was drunk. I don't
No,
know.
it
why.
doesn't matter.
I was just
Your father
spinning,
is holding your
spinning, and
hand.
spinning. I nearly knocked the waiter down. Poor guy.
Isaiah.
Think about all the times I've gotten tipsy, I've been able to walk out of the restaurant without doing any damage.
I don't even know what to say about that, Isaiah. I
Probably
just
gave
don't-
me a virgin margarita too.
Yeah, I don't know how I got.
I don't
I'm
even
telling
know
you,
what
they
to say.
slipped something into that margarita.
They
There's
must
no
have gone a little bit heavier on the alcohol for the margarita.
Probably.
Might have.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, Isaiah.
Hey, I'm gonna be in Hawaii for the next 2 weeks, so yeah, you bet you I'm gonna be on that beach, sitting on the sand, and just drinking fruity drinks after fruity drinks after fruity drinks after.
And then he's gonna get drunk and stumble away from the beach.
You are such a soccer mom. Like,
So
I mean,
you're gonna be drinking a glass of yourself.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another margarita every single day. That's my plan.
with whose money?
Right? Well, shoot, man, we're almost at that part now. We are almost there, and it's been another great show. It's been a lot of fun. Again, it's back again. Next week I plan on bringing another segment back that we haven't done for a while, and we'll definitely be prepared for it. So with that, mess around, Dave. Any final thoughts for us?
Morning tailgate tomorrow morning at 8 Pacific, 10 Central, I believe. And then we got Between the Ropes recapping Clash at the Castle, which I haven't watched yet. So I heard it was good. I can't wait to watch
gotta
that.
get caught up on it.
That's all I got for you.
All right, cool. And before you hop off, I'm gonna ask each of you one would you rather question.
Okay.
So
Hey.
All right, so let's go here. All right, mess around. Would you rather forget your partner's birthday or your anniversary every year?
Wait, that's a real question because I usually do forget both those things.
Oh. All right.
No, I'm kidding. I know both of them. I would probably go with the anniversary because it's not. I think I would get more heat not remembering her birthday than the anniversary.
Pass
All right.
interference, ass.
And then Isaiah, any final thoughts? Isaiah,
That
any
was his final.
thoughts?
That was his final thought.
Final thoughts is it was a great show. I'm going back to Hawaii. I'm sorry about the thing that I said earlier. I was watching the Boise State game, but it was a great show. Glad to be back, man. I'm going back home to Hawaii for the next 2 weeks. That's gonna be fun. Looking forward to seeing a lot of old family and friends and faces that I haven't seen in a long time. And who knows? Maybe tomorrow when I step off that plane, I might start to tear up because I've always wanted to go back to Hawaii, and something has always like managed to kill that dream for the last 10 years. And finally, I get to do it tomorrow. So, yeah, I can't wait to have fun and reunite with a lot of old friends and family members from back in the day.
All right, and then Isaiah, your would you rather question would be: would you rather buy all used underwear or all used toothbrushes?
What was that again?
Would you rather buy all used underwear or all used toothbrushes?
Ooh. All used toothbrushes, because I could stomach brushing my teeth with used toothbrushes. I could not stomach sitting in another person's piss or poop. There's no way whatsoever.
All right, Christy, any final thoughts for you?
It was a really fun show, and going to be on Between the Ropes. We'll talk about Clash of the Castle, and this show's always fun. I always like being a part of it.
All right, and then Christy, your would you rather question: would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
I would rather lose the ability to read because I can't see myself not talking.
All right, John, any final thoughts for you?
It was a good show, and I haven't done one in a while, so that really helped. And for Isaiah, I had a moment like he did on December on No BS when he said, "Austin Reed, baby, let's go." So that was great. That made my night. And
What did I miss?
I wasn't muted.
All right.
That was the worst part.
You have to tell me after the show what I missed.
And then, John, your question for the night would be: would you rather have super sensitive taste buds or super sensitive hearing?
honestly, I would say hearing. For multiple reasons, because then I could hear something at my job before it happens, so I could stop someone from stealing. Or two, because then I'll be Batman. Two, because I think sensitive eating, because then it's simple. It's like you almost. I think hearing would be, to me, a lot better. They're both terrible because you may hear someone talking about you and you want to kick their butt. But I would just say hearing, just because in general, I just feel a little bit better.
All right. So with that, and Brandon saying what's up, everybody. So what's up, Brandon? We hope you're having a good night. So with that, we definitely want to thank all of our viewers for watching tonight. We hope you all have a great time again. We had some camping stories. We did creepy or not creepy. We did random facts. So there was a lot of stuff going on tonight. Another great episode. We'll be bringing some more older stuff back next week. Just older segments, not older material, but some
Oh, we can do Red Tape Files this week?
Yeah. So so be on the lookout for also Red Tape Files too. So with that, we hope everybody has a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Between the Ropes. But tomorrow morning is also Morning Tailgate. So have a fantastic night, and we will see you all later.
Good night.